Anne Morrison describes the glass ceiling as a barrier so subtle that it is transparent, yet so strong that it prevents women from moving up the corporate hierarchy.
All the hours they start blending like the boys. Are you mending up your heart, up your senses? Don't forget, love is expensive.
In her book Talking from 9 to 5, Deborah Tannen points out two main reasons why men do not promote women for advancement. The first reason is because of women's language style. Tannen writes that women tend to speak with less confidence in order to diffuse conflict, deflect criticism, or prove to others that they are not arrogant. Men are likely to interpret women's ways of talking as showing indecisiveness, inability to assume authority, and even incompetence.
She's leaving tonight. It doesn't feel right.
Yes,
Why?
because I do, and people look at me that way.
It's more acceptable for a man to be using aggressive language than a woman to, because if a woman uses aggressive language, she can come off as not taken seriously.
They see it as unattractive, get intimidated maybe.
To that would be yes, but personally I think society doesn't really care. I think it's women that care. I think it's women that are self-conscious about the way that they're acting, and if they're arrogant they think they're bad. So as opposed to society as a whole, I think it's just women.
The second reason why men do not promote women for advancement is that women do not flaunt their success while men make their success known. Women overachieve but underpromote and systematically underestimate their own abilities. Women do not negotiate for themselves in the workforce.
It doesn't feel right.
I think it is true, and I think that it's not okay that it's true, but I think that society is making great advances to kind of keep the workplace at an equal setting.
Some people in society may see girls as powerful as unattractive.
I definitely think it's true, but I don't think it has to be true. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that women internalize a lot of different conflicts. Women feel like, if they don't stay home to take care of their family, they are bad mothers, whereas men don't usually have those kinds of thoughts. But I don't think that's always the case. You'll definitely have your mom who goes to work and dad that stays home. But I think a lot of times women think about things and think they're going to be bad people for doing other things, so they hold themselves back a lot more than men do.
I mean, you look at somebody who's successful in business, and let's say it's a man. It's looked as though this is what's normal, this is what's expected for a man to do in the business world. Whereas in the past, women haven't been expected to have the extra drive and motivation to become more that men supposedly have had for a long time. And I think that, again, like the last question, over time this will change. But even today, I think that there's still issues with women not being seen as likable enough if they're coming across as aggressive. I absolutely do. I mean, I can name 5 off the top of my head, but I won't bore you with it. I know that I think about people like my mom, who you could say, is sort of the leader of my family, jointly with my dad, but I think that everybody has a different leadership style, and it just depends on what that style is, and it really doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. I think of other people that I've taken courses with, whether they be professors or whether they be faculty at the high school or college level. Women always have a place in terms of being a leader, and some of the best people that I've worked with who I consider leaders have been women, so I think they have all the same abilities as men do to hold leadership positions.
We personally had a great boss in here who was female, very obviously possessed all the necessary qualifications as a leader, confidence, flexibility, organization. I had absolutely no problem with a female boss. she did her job very well, and I was very content with my workplace.
Absolutely, but like I said, I mean, we hold ourselves back. There's so many opportunities for us out there, and we could definitely be the President of the United States.